Welcome back, guys. All right, so now in this lecture, we are going to look at the conversion from a smaller to larger digit. Okay, that's the short trick for the conversion from smaller prefix to a larger prefix, meaning from going from bottom to top. Okay, any number from bottom to top. In the previous lecture, we did from larger to smaller. So now let's look at it. Okay, I've cleared out the space. This is 10 raised to the power of 9, 6, 3. All right, so I've written down the prefixes right over here again. Now, what if you need to convert from the smaller number to the larger number? And what's a short trick? Okay, we've done the basic method, we've done the long method, but what's a short trick? Okay, for example, if you are going from 1 kilometers to, let's say, how many gigameters, so how to do that? All right, now guys, remember, whenever you are going from smaller number to a larger number, the larger number will have a smaller numerical value, a smaller number, smaller numerical value. Okay, that's the rule. It will have a smaller number as compared to the smaller prefix from which you are going. The smaller prefix will have a larger number written to it. Now let me explain that. For example, right over here from kilo to giga. First of all, again, you need to just find out the difference in their powers, okay? This is 10 raised to the power of 9. This is 10 raised to the power of 3. You need to convert it from kilo to giga. What's the difference in between them? It's 9 minus 3, which is 10 raised to, sorry, not 10, which is 6, right? The difference is 6. And now you need to convert it from kilo to giga. So basically, you're just gonna say that 1 kilometers is actually equal to 10 raised to the power of 6. But this time, guys, remember, we are going from smaller to larger. This number cannot be bigger than the prefix, than the smaller prefix that you have. You're just gonna add a negative sign right over here, okay? So now 10 raised to the power of minus 6 is actually smaller than 1, right? It's smaller than 1. So 1 kilometers actually equals 10 raised to the power of minus 6 gigameters. So when you're going from larger prefix to a smaller prefix, you will always have 10. You will always have a 10 which will have a larger number, sorry, a larger number as compared to the number of the larger prefix. Okay, this is what we discussed in the previous lecture. Whereas in this lecture, when you are going from smaller to larger, you will have the result. You will have the larger number with a smaller, the larger prefix with a smaller number. Okay, let me try a few more examples over here. Okay, what if you are going from 10 raised to the power of 3 to 10 raised to the power of 6, meaning you are going from 1 kilometers is equal to how many megameters? But in that case, again, you need to find the difference. The difference is 3, right? So it's going to be 1 raised to the power of 3. But this time, you are again going from smaller to larger. Smaller to larger. So if you are going from smaller to larger, switch the sign of the power. So it's going to be minus 3 megameters. Now let's try another example. What if you're going from 1 decimeters to kilometers? Okay. What is decimeters equal to how many kilometers? 1 decimeter is equal to how many kilometers? So over here, again, you're going to find the difference in between the powers. Deci means minus 1. Kilo means 3, right? What's the difference in between them? It's 3 minus 1, which is 4, right? So the number is going to be 10 raised to the power of 4, but this time it's going to be negative. Why is it negative? It's negative because you are again going from smaller to larger number. Okay. Let's try another example. What if you are going from nano to, let's say, micro? Nano has a power of minus 9. Micro has a power of minus 6. What's the difference in between them? 9 minus 6, which is 3. This is the difference, right? So it's going to be 1 nanometers equals 10 to the power of 3 micrometers. But guys, remember one thing, you are going from smaller digit or smaller prefix to a larger prefix. So again, the power is going to become negative. It's going to be 10 raised to the power of minus 3 micrometers. So let's try another example. What if you're going from millimeters to decimeters? Okay, 1 millimeters equals how many decimeters? Again, this is a smaller digit because it has a more negative power. This is a bigger digit or bigger prefix. Okay, so again, if you're going in this way, let's first of all find the difference. Milli means 10 raised to the power minus 3. Deci means 10 raised to the power minus 1. The difference is 2, right? 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, if 2 is the difference, 10 raised to the power of 2 should be the answer. But guys, remember, it's smaller to bigger. It's going to be 10 raised to the power minus 2. That's the answer, okay? You can also write it as 1.0 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 2, which is actually the same thing, okay? And by the way, examiners prefer your answers in this form rather than just writing the power of 10. Let's try another example. What if you're going from 1 centimeters to, let's say, gigameters? All right. So in this case, again, you need to first of all know the meaning of centi and giga. Centi is minus 2, giga is 9. What's the difference between them? So it's going to be 9 minus minus 2. Again, it's 11. If it's 11, it's going to be 10 to the power of 11. But this time, again, you're going from smaller to larger, so it's going to be minus 11. If you're going from 1, let's say, decimeters to, let's say, now this time, let's make it micrometers. Okay, so this is actually not from smaller to larger, but this is rather larger to smaller. Okay, if this is larger to smaller, then the power, the difference, first of all find the difference. Deci is minus 1, micro is minus 6. The difference is 5 units, right? So the answer is going to be 10 raised to the power of 5, but this time you're going from larger to smaller number, correct? If you're going from larger to smaller number, you don't need to change the sign to negative. The power will stay at its place. So in short, whenever you are going from larger prefix to smaller prefix, find the difference in their powers and make that the power of 10. Okay? And whenever you are going in the opposite direction, meaning when you are going from smaller to larger, find the difference of their powers, make it the power of 10, but this time also add a negative sign to it. Okay? So this actually completes prefixes and their conversions fully. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for your cooperation and for visiting. Okay, guys, if you still have any doubts, please leave them in the comment section and I'll try getting back to you. Also, guys, if you are new to this channel, so please support us by subscribing to it and by hitting the bell icon so that you can get notifications of the future videos which we are going to upload. Thank you so much.